The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this guy, Federico Di Marco. He reminds me all the time of a frustrated winger. That position didn't quite work out for him. And now, as a fullback, he can't resist any opportunity to get forward and assist with what's going on up front. He really does add an extra dimension to this attack.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Now it's Bebeto.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Gets a good foot in there. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. That is good progress on the left. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that has not gone well. Messi. And that pass just didn't quite work. And it's Serginho. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now he's got space here. Marquinhos. Good ball, good take. Great ball, and he's in here. Chance for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? No goals as yet. Hazard! Goal! Barcelona! A horrible blip, a moment they could well have done without.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Bruno Fernandes. Serginho picks it up out wide. Ah, such a clever touch. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's Neymar! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Marquinhos. Now it's Bebeto. That has been cut short. Barcelona already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Donatoni. Good driving run. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Great vision. It's played through for him. Space for him to turn and look. Well, there's the clearance.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No way through there. Marquinhos. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Van Dijk. It's a promising position. He is through here. Bojan. And he lines up a cross. Courtois claims it. Safe hands. Now it's Drogba. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Can he get it through? And this is Bebeto. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. Alisson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Rice. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Into the channel. Bojan Krkic in acres of space out wide. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, brilliant from Bruno Fernandes! He's got himself an absolute peach. And that is his first, the first surely of many, many to come. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Barcelona are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. He's picked his way through. Now it's Bojan. He's a sharp little ball here. It's a pretty loose pass. DiMarco hangs one in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Azar can see things others simply cannot. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Bebeto. The ball has bounced loose. Oh, he's been caught. And a header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Marquinhos. And it's Van Dijk. Foot in. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. No, it's come to nothing. Rice.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And it's Bojan. Plays the return pass. Serginho. Here's a man in form. He's beaten the last man! Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He'll try from distance! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Driving on and making good progress. They're urging him to shoot. Great chance! And yes, it's there! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
This is a promising build-up. Barcelona suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
Cafu knocks it into space. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Cafu carries the ball down the right. Oh, that's fabulous. Cafu. Cafu plays it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Cafu with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Now that's well seen too.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Van Dijk. That is good alertness. DiMarco. Good, strong midfield running here. That is good strength. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Hazard. He's got away. Cafu goes direct. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He has found the way through. It's a loose ball. Well, they've got it again. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Now it's Rice. Neymar, and he's managed to get free. Defending of the desperate variety. It's Drogba! Great challenge, time to perfection.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Serginho has a look and plays it forward. And that will be the final act. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, I'm looking forward to seeing a player who has brought some new skills to the game. Ronaldinho. He looks one way and passes the other. Unconventional and cheeky, but always...
Chance for a shot! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's having a shot! And he hits the net! 2-0, and in next to no time. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Played back into the centre. And it's Ronaldinho. The less said about that pass, the better. He's given the time to pick a pass. Barcelona are already 2 behind. Awful start. Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's on it, can he get away? And it's Sucic. Shevchenko. And that's a danger. There's the shot! No way through, so... Conte! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Soboslai plays it short. Soboslai plays it in. Big chance! Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Bruno Fernandes makes a dash for it. Nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. And this is shapes to shoot! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target. Donadoni gets across to intercept that. And here's Neymar. Ronaldinho conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Messi. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Donadoni attempts a clearance. Clipped into space. Hazard can clear it away. Now this could be a chance. Oh, good spread. Bojan. Oh, they can break here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a cute ball. And he cuts out the supply. Donadoni. Bruno Fernandes. And this is Messi. Donadoni. Great defending, strong and determined. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Not the most accurate pass. Messi is onto it in a flash. Bergson, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Azar. Looking for options for movement. He's beaten the last man. And the shot! Bergson. Barcelona are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Now it's Neymar. Neymar. And this is Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. So much time and space here. Hazard has to go back here. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, shooting! In he goes again! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Barcelona find a position of oh, good effort! And that's a sharp finish! And they are right back within touch! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So could they be onto something here? And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Se ha encontrado unas llaves de coche con un llavero en forma de balón. Se ruega a su propietario que se ponga en contacto con algún empleado del estadio.
And we get things going again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back.
Real chance! And it's in! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 3
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their
el
substitutes.
dorsal 14.
So now the difference is 3. He's found some space. Spread to the right. Neymar. And Donatoni. Bergson, a player who needs no introduction. Shot a goal! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Well taken goal. This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
This is a gloriously greedy He's one-on-ones, takes a shot! It's a goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
He's had a shot!
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Now it's Bojan. He's had it taken off him. Conte. Bergson. Now it's Ronaldinho. 60 minutes played. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. There will be a throw-in. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just
And a chance! And no mistake! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's picked his way through. Marquinhos gets it away. Serginho. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now that looks a decent ball. And the finish! And that's a good finish. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
How many? Just how many?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Played into the box. Bruno Fernandes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Azar. Serginho. Played out to the left flank. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, played right into his path.